Hey everybody, it's Bust with Battles with Bust number 124, and today we're going to be doing battle with Gwen, Poppy, Jarvan. And so Gwen is a very interesting champion. Lots going on with her kit, between reasonable stats and quick attack and hallowed, and this attack ability where she grows with your other attacker growing, and then the drain attached to it. Lots and lots of stuff going on with Gwen. And so I think she'll basically see one of three routes which she wants to focus on, right? As we build our decks and as we get into our games, we don't really want to be half-assing any of our strategies. We want a whole ass one strategy for the most part. And so I think in my testing with Gwen, that is kind of the first thing you have to like really decide and drill home in what you're wanting to do. And so those three things, right? The first one is just using her as a reasonable unit with drain, right? This is a fairly good mid-rangey style strategy. This is a real beat down problem to the aggro decks, if you will. If you have a 3-4 unit, maybe she's able to come down, either virtual card advantage your opponent's attack or just get a value block, attack and get a drain, and then she can just outright win that combat with a quick attack, and then just trade next turn, right? That's a pretty heavy collection of stuff to be doing against aggro for a pretty low investment. And so we are starting to see that kind of strategy out of a few decks. There is Annie Gwen, which is running around pretty heavily and is fairly strong. And then there's decks like Gwen Viego. They're doing the same kind of things. And so you aren't trying to pop off with Hallowed. You aren't really trying to flip your Gwen. You're just using this as, you know, a nice value card. You'll probably get like 8 or 10 mana out of 4 mana worth of card. It's a pretty good deal, right? And so lots of decks are kind of going down that path. The next one is focusing in a little bit more on Hallowed and trying to be just ultra aggressive. If you're able to, say, get +2 or +3 or +4 attack onto your front unit, and then get Gwen getting those bonuses as well, that's a lot of attack stats coming at your opponent. The first player to hit Masters in NA was using a similar strategy with Gwen Elise, and then trying to play kind of a Gwen Darius style deck where you're really aggro in Shadow Isles and Noxus, and then you're looking to close out the games with burn and drains. And so kind of replacing Darius with Gwen, if you will. I think that that's mainly just kind of preying on the uncertainty of the early format where the decks aren't tuned and people don't really know what they're doing or what to respond to or what's going to be in your opponent's deck. I haven't had too much success with just the ultra aggressive side of Hallowed. But, you know, that guy had a lot of success, and so it's certainly a route that you could take. So the third path, though, the third thing that I think you can be looking to do with Gwen is take advantage of Hallowed, but do it in a more mid-rangey style way. And so the big focus of our deck today is going to be usage of Gwen. She likes to, you know, attack twice. Attacking twice is what really gets her stacked up and ready to flip. And then the big boy down here in the Eternal Dancers, another unit that has an extremely strong attack ability, and when this attacks, it revives our strongest unit with less power than the Eternal Dancers. And so the main kind of way to kind of double up on these abilities is either going to be with strikes or with rallies. And so there's a few different ways to do that. You can look towards Whirling Deaths and things like Shunpo or the Ruined Reckoner. There is the Gwen Ruined Reckoner combo deck running around. You can go to Shurima and look a little bit towards the strikes that they have with Siphoning Strike and Desert Duel. You can go over to Bilgewater, look for things like the Lurk Rally and the guy that lets a one-cost unit get a free attack. But what always tends to be the best with these strikes and with these rallies is Demacia. And so that is how we are looking to take advantage of our Gwen and our Eternal Dancers today. I wanted to have lots of synergies all tied up within our strikes and within our rallies. And so the kind of premier unit that likes to really make a lot of attacks with rallies is going to be Poppy. Poppy, I think, is fairly interesting with Harrowed in that you can run into these awkward boards where Poppy just can't level anything up, right? If we say have Poppy and Gwen on the board, Poppy can't boost Gwen because her attack is too low. But with 1 point of Hallowed or 2 points of Hallowed, Poppy is now grown, and she should be able to grow the rest of her squad with a very small addition from Hallowed. The other units that can take quite a bit of usage from Hallowed are going to be our challengers. So we're playing both Fleet Feather Tracker and Laurent Protege. Kicking these up to 3 attack lets them take down just pretty much every relevant unit in the game. And turns them into really exciting and strong units. We are still playing Petricite Broadwing, which is not not the strongest target for Hallowed, but it does round out this nice early game challengers package of the Fleet Feather Tracker, the Petricite Broadwing, and the Laurent Protege. And then, as always, it is nice to be able to protect our attackers through these multi-attacks. And so we're going to have access to Brightsteel Protector, 3 copies of Sharpsight, 1 copy of Ranger's Resolve. And so, if you have been kind of taking a peek at one of the things we're doing here, we are going pretty all in on these multi-attacks and trying to have access to field promotions. Field promotion is just extremely strong on a lot of our really high-powered cards. And so getting multiple attacks with Poppy, with Gwen, or with Eternal Dancers, pretty strong across the board. I do concede that this is a very high rolly kind of card. If you invest a field promotion into a Poppy and then she just gets hit with Vengeance, you are down for a 2-for-1. But a lot of times the double attacks really outweigh the negatives in getting those double attacks in. The last kind of spell that really ties it all together is Cataclysm. This is a way for us to get multi-attacks again. And one thing to note is if we do put a field promotion onto one of our units, we can Cataclysm on our opponent's attack token to regain the attack token and get multi-attacks for more multi-attacks with all of the multi-attacks. And so lots of very interesting and strong synergies rolling through here. We do have things like Concerted Strike to control the board and then also be a way to help level up our Gwen. And then the last card we're playing down here is Conductor of Mists. What I found a lot with the Hallowed units is you just kind of ran out of stuff to do. If you were trying to have these curves of Boisterous Host into whatever the 2-drop is into just a Rando 3, that Rando 3 now has to just do a ton of work. And I found that I was just running into just too much value. It was just like your entire game plan getting shut down by a 1-drop or something isn't really the real strength of the strategy. But I do think we have a lot of interesting things to take advantage of here with Hallowed between Poppy and the Challengers and boosting up the Eternal Dancers and getting multi-attacks so we can Hallowed twice in the same turn. Just lots and lots and lots of nice synergies running back and forth between everything within this deck. And so, with that being said, this is what we'll be doing battle with today. Can't jump in just yet. You all know what we have to do. We have to pay the pay-to-win price. We have to go and turn something premium. And this guy, he looks perfect right here up in the front. The Boisterous Host ready to come down. Oh, no. Oh, this guy's epic, isn't he? I was like, let's upgrade the Eternal Dancers, but that one's epic. We'll protect the pocketbook a little bit today. Boost up the Boisterous Host. And then get ourselves ready for battle. And so, man, I did feel kind of bad. I was really looking for a way to not just not play Demacia in like every single deck, but that's one of the things you kind of sign up for with the Bust channel. He's gonna be playing Golden Aegis or he's gonna be playing burn spells, and so I tried my hardest. I tried a lot of varieties of Gwen. I tried a lot of varieties of Evelyn, a lot of varieties of Kaisa. And so many of those just circled back to being like, this deck would just be so much better if we were playing Demacia. And so that's where we're finding ourselves with this battle today. I tried my hardest, but I think we got at least a nice variety of differences between playing Action Kaisa and then playing Poppy Gwen Jarvan. Just to not be doing exactly the same thing, but have a lot of those nice synergies baked into our deck. Okay, up against Poppy Tarek. We can't hang on to things like field promotion, as nice as that would be. And I'm going to go ahead and get rid of Poppy as well. Like, in a lot of the past, in these decks with, like, Bard Poppy Jarvan, I would hang on to Poppies, but that was a little bit different in that you just don't want Bard in your hand, right? And so if you mulligan away Poppy, then you're kind of limited in that real high power. But both Poppy and Gwen do kind of the same thing, and so I feel like we can more safely just mulligan her away and just be accepting of whatever 4-drop comes our way for turn 4. Maybe I'll change my tune on that later. It's like, if we play nothing on turn 2, then we do kind of want the strength of Poppy running around, but with hands like this, she's not boosting too much anyways, so I don't feel like we're missing out on a lot. I assume he's just going to take the 2 damage here and not amp up our Hallowed. Nice. Glad to see this trade happen. One of the scarier things with the Conductor of Mists is it does trade with a lot of 1-drops, and so getting our opponent's like early game challenger out of the way feels kind of nice. All right, the big decision's being made. No mana to spend. Crafting the best turn 3 ever is NNT. Corno BR Insano. A lot going on with that name. A lot going on. Hey, we picked up Poppy anyways, so maybe she will come into battle. She is like a little awkward, given that she can't boost our Conductor of the Mists, but well, that just means we probably just won't play her on turn 4. Probably look to play her on turn 5 along with the field promotion, and then double attack on turn 6. We'll see if that all comes together. It is nice to be able to play the Scout Poppy and then in turn protect her with the Brightsteel Protector before she makes her first Scout attack. We'll see. I'd say he's going to get at least a little bit involved with the Conductor of Mists here. Not like super amped about dropping Ghastly Bands, but it's a nice bit of value, and it'll help us just spend mana to fill out our curve. Like if we're attacking with Poppies and we have the Ghostly Band on the board, then you know it's got to be a 4-attack attacker. That's not the worst deal, even if it's just ephemeral. Alright, pretty sure opponent's still here. Need to up the speed of the rope. Ooh. He's really gonna risk his Taric like this. Oh, Ranger's Resolve makes sense. I was like, there's no way he's just gonna throw Taric away like this. Okay. We're pretty far behind now. But we'll see what we can do. We just need like one more unit for turn 6, and things will turn around a little bit. Oh shit. That was a pretty strong Ranger's Resolve. We're super far behind. We have to just have a lot go right with our Poppies now. All right, so we take 11. Have to get a field promotion in. I'm half tempted to actually swap to trying to attack twice with Gwen, just so that we can get those 2 drains in. It's kind of tough. I think it's going to be okay.
This is a chance for me to leave my mark.
And then we need to open with the Brightsteel Protector. We can't have Dum Dum here, just like single combat downing our Gwen immediately. If he has a Concerted Strike, fine, but she needs a little bit of protection before we try and get her in combat.
Well, that's a bit better. I shall need my tools.
Use your tools, Gwen. Use your tools. Alright, and so do we want to get Poppy going now? Or do we go for like the Ghastly Band, Petricite Broadwing plus saving Sharpsight mana? I'm kind of interested in just saving our Sharpsight. We have Hallowed 4, so we can actually just kill shit with the Broadwing. Yeah, it's not that bad. Just that whole just go kill shit strategy. Let's leave the band back, though. Oh, no, hang on. We have to We have to play the ban to get the challenger.
Nothing to fear.
So strange having having the sharp sights be attack boosting. It would make a Broadwing a 5/5, but
Need repairs?
not used to that being the case. He's got a sharp sight. Okay.
One stitch at a time, we'll make something totally new. Good work.
I mean, it seems okay. Our Gwen is, of course, a bit at risk. Hopefully we can protect her enough with sharp sights, but could also look to just play Jarvan this turn. Having the big barrier bro is not that bad. It's pretty dangerous to try and just play Poppy. It's also nice with the scout units and Jarvan just getting to open attack, say with Gwen, and then Jarvan coming down. This is nowhere near lethal, right? He needs more spells.
No slowing down.
Easy for you to say.
So do we just, like, are we stuck just playing Jarvan? We could look to play Poppy, right? She's safe. He's going to be putting, like, +4/+4 down into Gwen. Alright. Poppy's not doing that much at this stage anyways. I think Gwen is going to be our path to victory. If she gets, like, Hallowed 5, take her up to 9. Then she's going to start doing snip, snip, snips. Little snip, snap, snip, snap. And get all these drains in. And so I think I like just throwing down Poppy as a blocker and then potentially giving Gwen +9 health this turn. Our attacks are so good next turn if we can just survive this one round.
Oh, if we're taking a break, can I practice a joke? Just a little farther.
Because it's going to be a 6-attack Broadwing at this point. I say he's probably going to play something. Gets it up to 7. Okay.
Brace yourselves.
To preserve beauty and protect all life.
Yeah, I got more stuff happening. All right. This Broadwing goes to 7. Cool.
Shield up.
And then, is Poppy ever, like, realistically doing anything this game? They might as well block, I think, just to make sure we don't die to random ass combat tricks. Hi, Gwen. It's up to you.
What a joy.
She gonna be a 9? God.
No further.
I feel like this should do more damage. We've put a lot of work into getting this Gwen going. Snip snap, bro. Needs something. He needs some kind of interactivity here. Ah, we don't have enough mana? F. So I guess we have to attack with Jarvan. Need to try and get some of these dum-dums off the board. Oh, we did that fucking backwards. I mean, I guess it doesn't super matter. He's just gonna block block Jarvan with something that would die anyways. But
For what?
getting back up to 20, kind of cool.
Careful.
Okay, so maybe it did matter. Lesson learned. I was pretty excited about attacking with this Gwen. Okay. Perhaps it did matter.
Be a quest without some danger.
All right, lesson learned. I'm glad to give the viewers a good lesson every once in a while. Market a loss, 0 and 1. Solid effort though. The appropriate response is probably, "You're not playing any new cards." What a dick. That's the response, right? Maybe he was playing the give a unit +2/+2 and Challenger thing. Doubt it. Was there even a new Targon card in the set? I don't think so. Here's another person that doesn't like to have fun. You have to give it at least a week before you start playing tokens. You know, everybody's going to come out here and be like, "Oh, I'm going to play domination and tokens. I'm so clever." No, you're not. You're not clever at all. So, I don't really know what kind of person this would be. Like, I have a pretty good a pretty good idea of the person that just sits at home on a Friday night and plays chess by themselves, even though their friends asked them to hang out. That's your average control deck player, right? But the kind of person that thinks it's a good idea to play tokens on day 2 or day 3 of a new set release, I don't know. I haven't really assembled that personality type yet. All right, so how are we getting involved with this turn? I don't want to be like over the top with our mana. It feels like playing Conductor of the Mists would be okay. He can't play anything big enough to kill it here. He's going to have Combat Trick. All right, that works. If he has a Shaped Stone here, it's fine. Get a big old boom of damage in.
Where they fall, freedom grows.
We are the very soul of this celebration.
All right, so how hard are we going to go with this? I want to keep... I think we can do this. Hang on. We'll have a 4 health unit either way. No, we won't. No, we won't. I want to be able to sharp sight a dude and block Irelia with it, and potentially get the kill. We can get the 4 health onto Formidable Broadwing, but if the quick attack makes that not work. So if he has the Shaped Stone here, this is really painful, but if we take down Irelia, we're right on track to win the game. Good stuff. Gwen's actually kind of interesting. We don't have any Hallows yet at this point, but I think I want the Drains. And then next turn we can look to just Golden Aegis plus Barrier, or Golden Aegis and Broadwing Protector, whatever this guy's called, something. I think it's okay. Lots of opportunities to jack our health back up. Okay. A little less than ideal. I wasn't thinking about Defiant Dance. I was thinking about how much it would suck if he had Homecoming. And Homecoming wouldn't have been that bad. Jesus, just have it all. It takes us to 5. Okay. Not sure if we had been in too much better of a spot if we'd just gone for our smaller units instead of Gwen. We could have gotten in like a little bit of blocks with the Broadwing, but not a ton of stuff.
Watch me now.
Interesting attack here. It shouldn't be lethal.
Hey, Krabby.
That's my resting face.
Damn, we have to kill Greenglade Duo. That looks like it's going to be lethal. He attacks. He has too many summons for it. But when we lose a unit, no, we should only fall to 1. Okay. Okay, maybe.
Coming at ya. Impress me.
Attention, please.
Right. This is not lethal. Okay. Can't imagine he has shaped stone. He's had ample opportunities to play it to an incredible amount of strength and hasn't done it.
We shall sing, dance, and forget our woes.
So how much mana are we gonna have next turn? 2, 4, 6, 7. If we want to play Gwen and Aegeus, we have to bank this 1. Okay, it's probably not worth picking up the Hallowed. So we die to another Defiant Dance kind of card.
My goodness.
If he just like plays a unit, we should win the game. Okay. Good job. And so maybe we could have recovered that. Maybe that Gwen turn was too aggressive. If we'd had another unit on board, we could have prevented a lot more damage, but that was tough. That was probably a mistake at the end of the day. I was just thinking of Homecoming. I wasn't thinking of Defiant Dance. But anywho, on to the next one. Congratulations, you played tokens. it just blows my mind. Like I get it to a degree if say like we were playing Magic, right, and the new set comes out, or if we're playing Hearthstone and the new set comes out, it might realistically cost you like $200 or $300 to go and acquire the new cards. But everything is just so cheap in Runeterra that like we're literally. I was looking at our dust. I might have rolled over, but I'm about to hit 500,000 dust in terms of what we have on here. And it's just like it just blows my mind to have the new cards come out and then be like, oh yeah, I'm playing tokens. Now there are some other angles to it with Magic as to where like the cards are expensive and so it takes time to build up, and then also a lot of times the Pro Tour is almost immediately there. But man, what do you have to play in Runeterra? Like the only tournament that matters is gonna be 2 months from now. It's out here playing tokens. I guess if that's what makes you happy. All right, Make It Rain's coming down. Get those plunders. Nothing? What are you doing, Evelyn Twisted Fate? There you go. That makes a little more sense. Gonna bring that sweet attack in, Master Steph. Yeah, I've been seeing. Maybe I played this guy earlier in my practice games. I was gonna say I've been seeing Powder Pandemoniums like crazy today. It's probably just this guy doing the Lord's work. Not out here playing tokens, playing Evelyn Twisted Fate with Powder Pandemonium. Master Steph knows how to play day 3 of a new set. He needs to give that other guy a fucking lesson. Playing tokens. Embarrassing. Alright, but a reasonable enough start. Kind of like we were trying to do in the previous game. We should be able to generate a reasonable amount of value with Gwen here. Surprised to see a red card come down. I was expecting him to just gold card Gwen. But I think this is okay. We have to make a decision if we want to drop a Cataclysm. just as a means to take Twisted Fate off the board. He's not like super scary right now. Maybe we can wait. Oh, Gwen will flip off of this, right? I didn't realize the drain counted towards her damage. Okay.
I shall need my tools.
Get him, Gwen. Get them flips and stuff.
We'll make something totally new.
All right. Not bad. Too bad she doesn't have Scout. I feel like things like that need to be said. It's too bad she doesn't have Scout right now. Do we want to pick up some Halloads? Like, I mean, probably not. It doesn't seem that spectacular right now. It just feels like the 2 damage drain is good enough at this point. It's going to have to interact with Jarvan next turn. Kind of built up with Golden Aegis and stuff. I think this is fine. Sure. There's the field promotion. You can actually just go ahead and play the field promotion to have it land onto Jarvan. And then next turn when we can like Cataclysm our Jarvan to get a rally and then re-rally with the Golden Aegis. I mean, that's what we're here for, right? If we're gonna talk trash about the if we're gonna talk trash about that that last guy, I think we have to just bring it in here. Go for the big plays.
What's that you got there? A bit underdressed. You poor thing.
Okay. All right, so yeah, we're gonna look to make the sweetest of plays, right? We're gonna try and Cataclysm our Jarvan into something. He has Scout. Did he not get Scout? Do I have to play the fucking card to get Scout? God damn it! What a dumbass game. Do you have to play the unit? God, that's so dumb. The next time you play a unit. Oh my god. Fuck you, Riot. We're just out here trying to have fun. trying to talk trash on the dirty token players of the world, and then that's the way it works? Okay. Okay, you got me. Shit. Eternal Dancers is quite the card to hit off of a black market merchant. I don't think we have to worry about dying here or anything, but could be a little worrisome. So hopefully you're okay. We have to worry about stuff like the bird coming in and hooking Gwen and then getting a Make It Rain or something and losing her, but otherwise I think we're fine. Then when you do get to playing your Eternal Dancers, you can check the Oracle's Eye and see what's coming out. We can see it right now. Looks like he's about to summon a Twisted Fate off of this thing, right? It's not like... I don't know. I don't think with... What's her name? Oh, it's slipping my mind. Why can't I remember her name? Callista. At least in Expedition, you used to not be able to see what would come back with Callista. Maybe they've since changed her to where you can see, but it's not as big of a problem now. How much do we have to worry about him burning us out somehow? I don't think we do. I think it's okay. But our rally isn't as great this turn.
to go.
This is a very annoying Eternal Dancers. Let's just try and get rid of it. We can still attack with Gwen after this. Okay. It's not that bad. The big thing for this turn was getting to attack with Gwen. Still at Hallowed 0. Pretty sweet. Something big. Not quite as big as I was hoping. I don't know how much we'll be able to get away with next turn if we don't strike up the band now, but let's do it this way. We'll go up to 8. Maybe he blocks, maybe he doesn't. We can Golden Aegis this turn if we have to. Probably gonna have to just to gain enough health. Like with him having the Eternal Dancers, he's gonna be able to get pretty decent blocks. I mean, I guess we could look to just kill the Dancers this turn. We can use the Concerted Strike to kill it. And maybe that's not as horrible. So much better with just even the tiniest amount of Hallowed.
I shall need my tools. Credit denied.
Alright, snip snap. After we take down this Eternal Dancers, we should at least be fairly safe. Right? We're gonna play Strike Up the Band next turn, but we shouldn't be at risk of lethal. Maybe like the Golden Aegis was a little bit too much, but I at least feel a lot safer now. Okay. He has to be like pretty out of stuff to do, right? His cards don't do a ton. There's the Powder Pandemonium. Is that gonna lethal us? It looks pretty close. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we're dead. He's gonna hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, we're dead. Alright, GG. Tried to gain enough health. It's a little awkward. We only drew the one Hallowed card. We could have played it a little different in there. We had a few different choices to make, but man, this is a struggle. GG. Thanks for not playing tokens, though. Alright, next battle. Let's see if we can't get ourselves a win. If this can be a nice 0 and 8 today. But on that previous note, it did have me kind of interested in why Riot, and I think a lot of other people choose to have their big Masters Legendary whatever seasonal event at the end of the season. It's like with Magic, they always did like the new set would come out, and then like a week or two later, the Pro Tour would happen, and so you're always riding on the high of the new set release, and then the next week rolls around and you get that set thing again, and so it's a little interesting that they choose to do the new cards at the end of the season. I guess it gives you an advertisement for like the hype of the new cards coming out, but I don't know. Maybe everything's different when your cards are digital. Who knows? Not me. All right, we'll get this going. Let's do this this field promotion on the Boisterous Host, right? No. Absolutely not. I think we can still safely play the host, but we're not going to field promote. You gonna let me block, bro? You wanna hook a Boisterous Host? Just no attacks. Interesting. All right, we're gonna set up this bomb-ass Poppy though. It's like half tempting to just not attack with anything. I'm curious, like, if he no plays, if we no play, and then we can go into next turn, look to like field promote Poppy. He's still gonna get like a single good hook, but like we get to pass out a lot more stats with the Poppy attacks than we do with picking up Hallowed. And of course, Gwen shows up, ready to party. No complaints. But this is why in that like game 1 or game 2, whenever it was, I wasn't like really interested in hanging on onto Poppy to start with. It's just you run into a lot of situations like this. But do we get the new question is like, are we gonna be able to get Poppy down? Like if we want to do the field promotion, right? Let's say we field promote Poppy, we go into next turn, we attack, and then he just trades with Sivir.
Business as usual.
That's slightly awkward. We can get around that by field promoting Gwen. We'd be pretty immediately getting her to flip.
May I see your
Okay.
invite?
I think the thing with Poppy here is we have to have 2 attacks for this to go right. He's otherwise, like if we boost all of our 1 health units 1, then they still just trade with all of our opponent's units. And so I think we need
What is all this?
a second attack for her to be good.
Nothing to fear.
All right, snip snap. A little worried. If he's got like a sharp sight for his Sivir, that's going to be a real pain in the butt. But right, she makes it. Let's see what they play. I mean, there's a good chance we can safely, just play Poppy here. Right? He needs a 4 attack unit to take her down. We can hook the Sivir with the Fleet Feather Tracker. So, might work. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, Poppy's gonna really struggle to boost Gwen, right? That just is what it is. Right, because as Gwen, or as Poppy gets the Hallow, Gwen gets it as well, but I think that's okay. He's gotta have something at this point, right? You're not playing Action Sivir with all of the combat tricks and then spending 1 mana to get into combat and then not playing a trick. We're gonna lose our Poppy here, but it's not the end of the world. Oh, that's it? Wow. Wow, okay. No complaints from Bust. That went pretty decent.
I will not squander the great gift I've been given.
Interesting. Is he like open attack on us? That's kind of curious. If we get to drop the golden Aegis onto Poppy, I think we'll be set. How close is Sivir to flip? Oh, she's got a ton of damage to go. Needs 14 damage to get a flip.
You're gonna take your own damn medicine.
Aight. Ready to bring it, bro. We can't. Oh, it kills an ally. I'm getting this mixed up with the hate spike or whatever. Doesn't it deal 2 damage? Ah, you're fucking lame, dude. What a lame-o. We kill Gwen, does this combat still happen? Don't remember.
A snip, a trim.
Snip, snap, snip, snap.
Ready, hammer? Ready, set, slam!
Yeah, look at that big 8 attack Poppy. She boosts everything now. Alright, we're in a pretty good spot. They shouldn't be able to interact with this open. But if they have like a quicksand? We're lethal through quicksand. Okay.
No backing down.
Got him. Not gonna goose egg bust today. GG, my dude.
Quest complete. On to the next one.
Oof. You know what I did today? Spent a long time watching my robot vacuum. So crazy. It's got our house all mapped out now, and so we know that it's hitting all the good spots. We know where the danger zones are. It's pretty sweet. Got a massive collection of cat hair. We sweep frequently. We shouldn't say we. That's something the wife handles. But you know, it's hard to get under the couch and stuff. the struggles of modern living. Am I right? You gotta get the vacuum cleaner under the couch. I feel like since this is the internet, people are going to be like, Bust, you're a misogynist. Why does your wife have to be the one to vacuum? Because we divide responsibilities, dipshit. That's why. Thanks for asking, though. Thanks for asking. I'm glad you pried. It's tough to do. Say, Bust, why don't your wife ever do the dishes? Well, I'll tell you why she never does the dishes. Because I grew up without a dishwasher. It's fucking annoying going 30-some years of your life without having a dishwasher, and then when you finally have one, you take advantage of it. So I handle that. That's in the land of bust responsibilities. Vacuum cleaner, not mine. Who cleans up the cat puke every time? This guy. That one is on me. Alright, what do we got? We're a turn short of the Eternal Dancers, but we do get to drop the Scouts on it next turn. Let's go ahead and play Protege. He hasn't been doing shit, and so it's going to be tough for him to put down like a particularly relevant unit. We should get a pretty good combat here. And be ready for a couple turns from now with the double attack and Eternal Dancers. Pretty sweet.
Friend or foe, answer me, friend. I'm here to
Not, like, feeling like spectacularly high about getting to take down this Kaisa. Like, a lot of times this is just going to be running into a sharp sight, but I want to make them like at least spend their mana on stuff. That was a pretty shitty quicksand. Okay, we're in a pretty good spot now. This Eternal Dancers is going to get the work done. Have we even lost a unit? I guess that's the real question to be asking ourselves here, is have we even lost a unit? We're about to.
just makes me stronger.
Yeah, that's a pretty big Kaisa. Ready to... She's big enough to boom our Eternal Dancers. At least she doesn't have Scout.
The light.
Alright, here comes the cool plays. There you go. Get him, kitty cat. Oh, fucking lame-o. Fucking lame. This guy, am I right? I'm surprised he's not playing tokens. But this is what I was talking about in terms of the field promotion. You find lots of spots to where you're pretty all in on it. Getting 2 for 1 on a Cataclysm is pretty shitty. So, see what we can do here. I mean,
Virtue guides me.
I was gonna say he's kind of locked into blocking Poppy, but all right, GG. That's just not happening. Ooh, these battles been rough. It's been rough. They were popping off just a little bit harder than us. But all right, though, this is I made brief mention of the different kind of angle with Gwen and trying to just, or I should say, in the kind of similar angle that we're doing, using Gwen to attack multiple times. This is another way to do it. With, I assume that he's going to be playing the Minotaur Reckoners. He shouldn't be playing like the full-on combo version, but I suspect at least pieces of the combos coming at us. Here, this is fine. I didn't attack last turn because there's no reason to just give him the free Hallowed. We can't block the Fearsome, but now we can come in with a Bright Steel Hook next turn and try and take it down. Is this better than spending all of our mana on Protege? Probably not. I don't think the Bright Steel's better. We can still get like takedowns on other units this turn. If he plays something small, we can get a hook. If he plays Riven, we can just ignore. I think this is fine. Then we have 1 point of Hallowed now, so if he plays a 3 health unit, we have the means to a takedown. Alright, squad. Good job. You want to field promote this conductor? It's what we have to ask ourselves every time. Do we want to field promote this? This is the promotion coming in.
Nothing to fear.
All right, this will ramp up our Hallowed. We'll be up to 3 after this turn. Got good blocks for Gwen. Let's see if he's got a rally. It should be pretty tough for him to have a rally. But that would give Gwen the flip. Oh, alright, so we got a pretty good collection of units for this turn. We'll start with the big boy, follow up with the Bright Steel. Not playing Gwen. Feels like a good way to just get tempoed out of this game by playing Gwen. Can hit her up with this field promotion next turn though. Uh-oh.
My shield is yours.
Well, I would say we wouldn't have to worry about things like Ravenous Flock at this point, right? If he's stunning our unit that's already damaged, shouldn't have to worry about an incoming spell, at least of those terms, to take down our tracker. Alright, not bad. What's our Hallowed at now? It's like 1 million? Pretty close to 1 million. He's only going to get 1 attack off of this thing, right? Let's just go ahead and drop the band. We're not going to have enough stats to kill this dum-dum. And he hits Gwen? Jeez, dude.
No closer.
Alright, that wasn't that bad. That wasn't that bad.
We shall sing, dance, and forget our woes.
Here comes. This is going to be dope, bro.
My goodness. What?
Get him, Gwen. What's she going to be?
Trouble and
8 attack right to begin with. She gets +5. It's too bad she won't flip off the first attack.
What a joy!
But it's pretty close to an OTK after... Oh, she will flip. I forgot about the drain.
No matter their resolve.
This is the big high roll game, right? Check these stats, put it on your highlight reel. Gonna be sweet. He's got a blocker for her now. Sad noises.
I serve a nobler cause.
Run them through. Hardly fair. One, two, three.
Okay, definitely got to try and get this Eternal Dancers off the board. He's throwing midnight raids at us. We got to try and punch through. Like we might just lethal him. Look at that! Look at that 14 attack Gwen doing the work. Feels good, man. GG. Mark it a W. It's probably the biggest Gwen of all time. I don't think anyone's broken that record. 14. It's a pretty big number. That's pretty big, right? She has half Overwhelm, and so you get to get in for a little bit of that. Maximum of 50. Probably just got to try to hit the maximum one day. Alright, we've at least played against all the new champions now. We played against Evelynn a few times. Played against both Kai'Sa and Gwen now. Now we get to see old Yasuo. Oh man, I might have to quit Runeterra if we lose to Yasuo. We talk a lot of trash about Yasuo. This is a place where the stuns can be pretty good, right? If we're going to invest heavily in putting Scout onto Gwen or putting Scout onto Poppy and they're just like, LOL, it's a stun. Then they have lots of value for little mana. Anything? Fuck. Okay. I mulliganed away our protege just looking for 1s and 2s. Didn't find anything. You tend to need to be pretty aggressive against these Yasuo decks. If we get into the space to where like we're playing a 4, a 5, and a 6, and they're able to play like a Blade Twirler plus a stunned or a Morn plus a stunned, like they really get the opportunities to amp up pretty fast and tempo us out of the game. Gonna kill this Blade Twirler. You have to watch yourselves with these attacks. This is going to be 2 recalls. The Blade Twirler should have 5 attack over here. It's not enough to stop it from a sharp sight, though. And if he's playing Blade's Edge or Rush, I guess you got us. Hi. Nice work, protege. See, I'm not really happy about this. I'd much rather be playing like a Fleet Feather Tracker and a Petricite Broadwing or something and then banking a mana. It's just like if we go into attack and he plays a Concussive Palm, it just sucks so much. I wonder if he passes if we just pass. Well, if he has a Concussive Palm, we'll probably do it before we attack, but... Alright. Then I think if he stuns Gwen, then the 2 damage thing doesn't happen. I know if she dies, it doesn't happen, and so it can be fairly awkward with her. Get that Cataclysm happening. We don't have any Hallowed, though. Can just strike at Yasuo. And then open next turn with Jarvan. Okay. Alright, here comes the squad. Oh, he's got another Yasuo in hand. He played... I didn't realize he played the one that we hadn't seen yet. Ooh, Whispered Words. Not the card you're looking for in this space. GG. Guess we don't have to quit Runeterra. Guess we're safe. You're welcome. The content will keep coming. You don't have to. You don't have to find a new low quality content creator to put on after you listen to all the good ones. All right, final battle up against the Lux Alawi. Got it. I've been interested in trying Alawi. I haven't put too much work forth in moving outside of the new champions. I wanted to have some good stuff to put together for the new champions, and I really want to try the new Tentacle Slam, whatever that's called, the 6-mana one. I just think there's so much power in Tentacle Smash, the 6-mana Smash, and then the Draw 2, Spawn 2. Whether or not that's just the core of its own deck or with usage with Alawi, I mean, both are good. But that was my hot take as the big one to come out of the set. I think I called it that, and I still need to come out here and work with the created units get +2/+2 card, but lots of
I sculpt what others only dream of.
lots of really powerful stuff we haven't started to really get into. All right, good start for us. We're gonna just fully curve out on the mana. We're gonna have the bright steel hook into the Durandi Sculptor.
Long way from a flying stone bird.
My shield is yours.
All looks good. It is interesting. We could say like hook in the Broadwing with our Broadwing to take it down to 1 health and then still try to kill his Sculptor with the bird. I think I like this. Just keeping our good challenger at maximum health. And then if he has a sharp sight, it's kind of fine. And so we don't get to kill the Broadwing. It can still come in and take down one of our 1 health units, but it doesn't get to kill our good units at this point. I think that's nice. Like if we left it with 2 health, it has a little bit more opportunity. This is a fine bank. He's not going to pass, but if he does pass, we're in a good spot to just go into next turn and strike up the band plus Poppy. Okay. It feels like we're about to get Tentacle Slammed, right? I'm still going to just play Poppy. But that's what I think is about to happen here. It's very, very strange when they make attacks like that. I feel like the 4 mana is just going to get directed right at her, but we don't have anything else to do. Like, just banking and going into next turn doesn't feel that good. And then, no, kind of regret not blocking when you see that happen. But when the turn plays itself out so that we just kind of like, if he doesn't have it, if he doesn't have the Tentacle Slam, then we should probably just outright win the game.
Let the light guide you.
Harry, riposte. You are hardly fair.
Okay. So awkward having this this hallowed bro on the game since turn 1. Still not dead. Okay, interesting sharp sight.
I've been hiding my light too long.
Right. Well, I guess we can. I guess we can deploy some more hallowed units in the face of the final sparks coming down. Strike up the band, bro. Give me that. Give me them big points of hallowed. Okay.
A beacon through the dark.
All right, then I'm going to want to stop and see next turn who this Dancers is actually going to bring back. It's probably just a... Oh, does he actually bring back Poppy? But we get like to kind of decide how we want the Hallowed to go. If we want to put it over here to the left and put all the stats on it to pick up a big unit, or if we put it to the right and pick up a smaller one. I guess Poppy is always smaller than the 2/4. And so I guess we just bring back the 2/4 every time with the Dancers. Just have to see how this plays out. Fucking A. Some people, dude. People don't like to have fun.
This is my choice.
Alright, well this one is probably done. Usually if you're up against a Lux and they get to untap, the game is done. We'll see what our next top deck is. Maybe we can pull off something big with this Golden Aegis, but I'd say this game is over 95% plus of the time. Broadwing. Okay, GG. All right, so not a bad games. I mean, 3 and 5. That's the sample size on these is fairly small, and so the difference between like 3 and 5 and 5 and 3 and 4 and 4 is all like right in the same window. I kind of look at these as, you know, kind of how the games went, whether or not they went positively or not, as opposed to what the actual win rate is. And I think they went fine. Is like adding in Gwen better than just say like playing Bard? You know, I'm not really feeling like this is the home for that. But I do like a lot of the ideas that come out of a deck like this, right? Between using the field promotions on multiple units, like between Poppy and Gwen and the Eternal Dancers, all working really well with the field promotions. Same with the Cataclysm. It's nice to have a lot of these great targets. I do like the idea of Hallowed working with Challengers, and then Hallowed again working with Poppy. To really boost a lot of our squad in different ways. And so it's a nice way to see how a lot of these skills and abilities can synergize together. Do I think like this field promotion plus Petricite Broadwing thing is the bee's knees and the best thing forever? I mean, like, not really. It's awkward when, you know, you have a unit as good as the Petricite Broadwing, but you don't get to take advantage of it with an ability like Hallowed. But who's to say that like 2 or 3 sets down the road, there won't be a spectacular collection of cards that makes us want to come back and revisit this kind of idea, or if they print another Hallowed card, or there's a nerf or a buff that happens amongst something, right? These are all pretty good ideas to have in the back of your head. And I think this is like kind of interesting in terms of using the field promotions and such, but I feel like it seems like a little odd with some of this Hallowed stuff. I feel like the interactivity we're looking for just isn't there. And a lot of times when you're playing Demacia, you get to use abilities like Poppy, and you get to use abilities like Vanguard Bannerman, and be like, LOL, here's plus 10 stats, as to where the Hallowed is just spreading them out at like a much smaller rate. And so I think, again, there's kind of like a couple different ways to look at Hallowed. In terms of, like, am I okay with just one, right? This is a deck to where if we only have one Hallowed, you're like, yeah, that's fine. That's okay. But then if you, like, are on the kind of flip side where if you're like, oh, we're playing Atrocities and I need to hit for, like, 7, I don't think that deck is really here yet. But a Hallowed for 1, a Hallowed for 2 is fine. I think the thing that you have to start to consider with Hallowed is how much longevity do I have, right? If you're only getting to use this ability every other turn, and say it just scales up to like 1 every turn, and so we get to start using it on turn 2 at +1, and then at turn 4 at +3, and then at turn 6 +5, and then on and on and on +2 with each attack token. You know, how do you take advantage of that? Because I don't think that that's like super unreasonable to think of. We haven't really pulled that off, but I think the big thing that comes out of that is just say I have to have some longevity, as to where, like with this deck, when we were getting to that last turn and say we were going to be at like Hallowed 7 and play the Golden Aegis and get the Hallowed, you really need that to come up and win the game. And it doesn't really feel like, at least with Demacia, that space is here to do that. And so maybe you can pull that off with more Shadow Isles and Atrocities and stuff, or I should say more planned usage of it. We're already playing Shadow Isles, but like planning to use it with like a Viego and then getting Viego or Nasus or somebody up to giant attack. But I think the synergies here with Poppy are a little thin. And so the free attack thing is pretty good. I did like the ideas with the Conductor of Mists and getting the multiple attacks and everything, but it feels very, very snowball-y. And if there's just a little bit of something to stop the snowball from happening, then you get really blown out. So interesting collection, though. I mean, I think you could probably tighten this up real quick, just taking field promotions out and adding in something like Gen Vivi, or seeing if there's a better like summon unit for the Eternal Dancers. Like I was thinking of things like Vanguard Sergeant. So you bring back a Vanguard Sergeant and get a 4 Demacia, then you can attack again and get another 4 Demacia or something, right? Just bringing back Laurent Proteges doesn't feel like the way to be doing it. I mean, maybe the way to actually do it is to have your only Shadow Isles cards be like 2 Gwens and 3 Eternal Dancers, and then actually play Vanguard Bannerman, and see if you can't bring the Bannerman back with the Eternal Dancers is the way to just boost your entire squad. I think Bannerman is on summon, and so again, there might be like something like that there. You are giving up on a bit of the hallowed stuff to try and pull that off, but you know, these are decks that that Bard was successful in, and so if you're playing Bard and only having the 2 Chime cards in your deck, then limiting yourself to Gwen plus another card is pretty reasonable as well. But interesting deck. The best usage of Gwen, I don't know. Best usage of Demacia, I don't know. Best usage of fun, certainly close to the top. And so with that, we'll leave you for today. And so I hope everyone enjoyed the video. I hope you learned how to attack a little bit more. You maybe learned a thing or two along the way and had a good time watching. This is Bust, and we thank you for being here.